Hello everyone, this is Commish K7 here with your playoff semifinals recap for the SRG Fantasy Football League of 2019. Well, our final four teams are now down to two. And one game came down sort of to the wire. There was some worry in both games, but they're actually somewhat clear cut finishing through Sunday night. So yeah, you know what? Let's get right to it. Let's pop me there, drop there, and drop me down here. Whoa. Hate it when I do that. Well, our first matchup in the semifinals is Thielen Chubby versus the Sniper's Edge Darkstalkers, and the Darkstalkers take this one 133.5 to 110.5. And Darkstalkers move on to the finals. Seems that bye week saved them in that, you know what? Because of that really bad last week, the team seems to have righted the ship and came back strong with a 133.5 performance. Let's see what happened. Carson Wentz had a great game with 25.5 points against the Washington Redskins. Nick Chubb with a 24.8, and Julio Jones setting the stage with a 39.4 point performance. Unfortunately, there was a -4 from the Browns defense, and a poor performance by Devonta Freeman, and a poor performance from the returning Adam Thielen. And for the Darkstalkers, we got another Christian McCaffrey performance with a 37.5, basically the backbone of this team, followed by a nice performance by Tyler Higbee, the newly acquired Higbee, with a 24.1, and DJ Moore with a 21.3. With some decent performances by the rest of the team, with one major exception. The Rams defense now has tied for the unfortunate lead in terms of negative points scored with a -8. But despite that, Darkstalkers were able to win because the rest of the team did very, very well. Let's see how many points were left on the bench for both teams. Sterling Shepard would have been a nice little boost with a 21-point performance. Tariq Cohen would have been better than Freeman. Kirk Cousins, nope. And the rest, meh. Now, the Darkstalkers left on 126 points on the bench. Granted, that they all couldn't be in at the same time, but you get what I mean. Miles Sanders, 36.2 on the bench. Devontae Parker, still doing well with 23.2. Unfortunately, there's no room for him with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Gardner Minshew, now the quarterback once again for the Jacksonville Jaguars with a 20.7 on the bench. But all said and done, Darkstalkers take this one 133.5 to 110.5 and move themselves onto the finals. Woohoo! And our other semifinal matchup, we have the MoneyMakers DollaBoyz coming off their bye week. Actually, no, MoneyMakers didn't have the bye week. MoneyMakers DollaBoyz coming off Pretty Boy Snow, who had a bye week. And wouldn't you know it, that bye week paid dividends again, with Pretty Boy Snow taking this one 122.9 to 101.1. Your country music station. And so, yeah, let's see what happened. Chris Carson with a 27.7 point performance. Michael Thomas having a season with a 31.8. Unfortunately, the rest of the team did not meet any expectations at all. And probably having the DollaBoyz with one of their worst weeks of the season. Even though it's 101.1. From what we're used to seeing from his team, that should have been a lot better. However, Pretty Boy Snow pulling in his usual upset luck in terms of points, where he decided to just blast out onto the scene with a 122.9. A.J. Brown, 26.4. Saquon Barkley, finally being that number one pick with a 31.3 in a very important game. And Buccaneers defense, 17.5. Very nice. And yeah, no other negatives on the team, but they all did all right. Even with the return, the second game back for Eli Manning. He is back in action and actually won a game against the Miami Dolphins. And let's take a look at the bench, see if anything could have made a difference. Well, Kenyon Drake would have been a great sub-in with a 40.6 performance, though I highly doubt either Cook or Carson would have been benched for him. So that 40 was probably going to be stuck on the bench on his team regardless. Matt Ryan, 21.1 would have been better than Jacoby Brissett, which that's kind of a toss-up between those two teams. Brissett's doing rather decently, and Matt Ryan doing rather decency for Atlanta, even though Atlanta took the upset against San Francisco. Not many people saw that one coming. Darius Slayton, 11.1, not really. Curtis Samuel would have been a nice little sub in with a 16.4. For the snow job, we got Sam Darnold with 18.8. That would have been better than Eli. Cooper Kupp actually on the bench, and turns out 16.1 would have been a nice little boost. And everyone else is not good enough. But all things considered, Pretty Boy Snow taking advantage of the bye week, getting a win, 122.9 to 101.1. And Pretty Boy Snow, by the luck they live by, has made it to the finals. And let's take a look at our 5th place game between the Greensburg Honor and the Shaggy Sharks, with the Shaggy Sharks taking this one, 112.2 to 74.9. Let's see what happened. Greensburg Honor, after a valiant performance last week, even though it was a losing effort, his team decided to say, well, we're done for the season, so we're just not going to play, and gave him one of his lower scores, probably the lowest score of the playoffs so far, with a 74.9. So let's see what, if anything, went right for him. Well, Devontae Adams did, 24.3 points. Joe Mixon having a good second half with a 19.6. Unfortunately, the rest of the team, nope, not so good. Well, Steelers defense almost hit their expectations with a 9, but not double digits. However, for the Shaggy Sharks, all but two parts of his team hit double digits, with a 26.2 from Travis Kelce, a 17.1 from Aaron Jones, and a 19 from the Patriots defense. And it seems to be pretty wise to start the defense that's facing Cincinnati. Getting them 112.2. How many points were left on the bench? Well, he could have made a few substitutions, and it would have been a better choice. Andy Dalton, not much of an improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. Chris Boswell would have been a better choice. Tyrell Williams or Will Fuller would have been better. Anyone would have been better than Emmanuel Sanders, even though Sanders did really well last week. Decided to get some revenge by phoning it in this game. Sonny Michael, 11.3. James Washington, 13.3. All of those would have been a better choice than his starters. Even Tyler Boyd with a 5.6 would have been better than Sanders. All right, and how many points were left on the bench for the Sharks? Hey, 21.7 would have been a better choice at quarterback for Dak Prescott. Finally getting a win against the Rams. Danny Amendola, 19.2 left on the bench. And Anthony Miller, he had a game with a 27.8. Seemed to be the main target of that team. But all things said and done, Shaggy Sharks take this one and take 5th place, 112.2 to 74.9. And let's take a look at our consolation ladder. Our top tier for the ladder, Grumpy Groupies continuing their dominance in the consolation bracket with a 167.2 to Metropolis Kryptonites, 83.4. Wow, I think that is our highest score of the week as well. Isn't that wonderful? And by the way, the 74.9 was not the lowest score of the week. For the Kryptonite, we got Zach Ertz, 17.1, great performance. Deshaun Watson, 19.9, and James White, 15.2, not bad. And for the Groupies, we got a lot of great games going on here. We got 26.2 from Tannehill, 32 from Zeke. We got Christian Kirk with 10.1. Brashad Perriman. That's a random start. Getting him 35.6. He's made some crazy decisions this season, but that was probably one of the crazier ones, and it paid off. Holy crap. Good job, Groupies. Kudos on that one. And George Kittle finally having a great game with a 27.4, and the Bills defense with a 20.5. How many points were left on the bench? James Conner would have actually been a better choice than Singletary. Derek Carr, nope, not good enough. Larry Fitzgerald, pretty much anyone who scored more than 1.6 would have been better than Cole Beasley, which would be Fitzgerald. And that's about it. Everyone else on his bench is injured. That's a rough season. We got DJ Chark with a 0, Juju Smith-Schuster with a 0, AJ Green with a 0, Bo Scarborough with a 0. He's got a regular MASH unit on the bench. And for the groupies, even though he scored a ton of points this week, could anyone have done better? Well, Tony Pollard would have been better than Melvin Gordon, 24.3 on the bench. Vikings defense, even with a 20.5 from the Bills, the Vikings did even better with a 28.5. And anyone else? Not so much. Oh yeah, 26 from Terry McLaurin. Would have been better than Christian Kirk. McLaurin did not do well last week. Made up for it this week. Or no, McLaurin did not do well 2 weeks ago. Again, when he was facing me. So I guess I got lucky on that one. So either way, Grumpy Groupies, stay in that top rung and make it to the final, basically the final round. If Groupies win next week, he gets a signed card. Good job. And our Tier 2 bracket, we got Team Brooks versus the Planet Hulk World Breakers. World Breakers got knocked down in the previous week, while Brooks went up, and World Breakers get themselves sent back up, and take this one 114.4 to 109.8 in our closest matchup of the week. Team Brooks, Lamar Jackson still trying his damnedest to get a win with a 46.1. Carlos Hyde with a 17.4, and Chris Godwin 18.1, even though he failed to meet expectations. Unfortunately, the rest of the team decided to say and kind of crapped out. For the World Breakers, we got Patrick Mahomes doing Mahomes things with a 24.7, Tyreek Hill 24.8, Darren Waller 21.2. He's been one hell of a tight end this season. And the rest of the team did all right. Let's take a look at the bench. Kyler Murray 18.4, Tavon Austin 14.2, and the rest of the bench is a pile of garbage. Let's see, anyone on the bench? Jared Goff, decent score, but not good enough to make the top flight. And Baker Mayfield with a 20, but not enough to make the top flight. And the rest of the bench is garbage. So, World Breakers take this one in a close matchup, 114.4 to 109.8. And our Tier 3, we got Big Guys Gunners versus Erie Cucaracha Roach. And the Gunners take this one, 139.8 to 68.8. And I think that is our widest margin to victory for the week. Wait, did the groupies score more than that? No. Well, whatever, it's close enough. We got Jameis Winston with a 40.7 for Erie. And the rest of the team decided to say, screw it, and we're not playing this week. Well, granted, Efert made his expectation, but still couldn't hit double digits. Same thing with Bernard, 5.7. Not enough to make double digits. -4 from Alex Erickson, basically not catching a pass and fumbling the only ball he got. And, Jameis Winston tried, but the rest of the team did not. For the Big Guys Gunners, we got 37.3 from Drew Brees, Allen Robinson 20.5, 15.2 by Mark Andrews, and Tyler Lockett rocking the game with a 27-point performance. And the rest of the team did adequately to well. Anyone on the bench could have helped for the Roach. Well, that's pretty much anyone because he kind of stopped paying attention, being that DeAndre Hopkins is still on the bench. Russell Wilson, 21.3, not enough to make the top flight. Kenny Stills, 18.5 would have been nice. 12 points for the Atlanta Falcons, and that's about it. Antonio Brown still on his bench, probably as the mascot right now. And for the Big Guys Gunners, that's why Groupie started that guy, because Mike Evans was out that game. Adrian Peterson, 18.1, not a bad performance. Would have been better than either one of his starting running backs. Le'Veon Bell would have been better than Patrick Laird. Mike Williams, 17.1, not enough to break the top flight. Tom Brady, 14.9, not enough to break it. And, that's about it. Big Guys Gunners take this one, 139.8 to 68.8. And our bottom tier matchup, we have the Columbus Rebels versus Parts Unknown the Secchi. And the Secchi take this one, 113 to 88.3. For the Columbus Rebels, who probably have stopped paying attention, we got 20.8 from Todd Gurley. That's a decent performance by him. And Golden Tate, 13.1. Marquise Brown, 14.5. And Trubisky, 16.3. Not too bad. However, Parts Unknown got a 23.6 from Mark Ingram. They got a 16.9 from John Brown. And Jamison Crowder having a second half with a 27-point performance. Let's see if anyone could have helped their teams. Metcalf, nope. Stefan Diggs, nope, actually. Surprising. Yeah, he played his best lineup. While Parts of Noseki, if he started Fitzpatrick, he would have had a better score. However, that's the only option. Everyone else, but there you go. And our bottom rung, Parts Unknown, take this one, 113 to 88.3. So, there you have it for the semifinals of the playoffs / week 2 of the playoffs. And yeah, we now have our 5th place winner, I believe, in Shaggy Sharks. And we have our finals set up between the Darkstalkers and Pretty Boy Snow. Yeah, the best team win. Let's take a look at the current playoff bracket. Playoff bracket. There we go. Yep, Darkstalkers. So, yep, our final matchup is Pretty Boy Snow versus Darkstalkers. We have Thielen Chubby versus MoneyMakers DollaBoyz in our 3rd place matchup. And Greensburg Honor and Shaggy Sharks just play each other again. I think it's the combination of the 2 scores that we will use to determine the 5th place game. Which kind of, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they do this instead of just saying, yep, congratulations, you got 5th place. But, yeah, we'll say Sharks got 5th place for now, and if anything changes, we'll figure it out. Either way, no one's getting a prize in that one, unfortunately. However, for the consolation ladder, we have Grumpy Groupies versus Planet Hulk World Breakers in a rematch from the first match of the ladder. Can the Groupies hold it, keep it going? Big Guys Gunners versus Metropolis Kryptonite. Another rematch. Parts of Noseki versus Team Brooks. Another rematch. And Columbus Rebels versus Erie Cucaracha Roach. Another rematch from round 1. Well, the consolation ladder is the exact same thing as the first round of the consolation ladder. The final round is the exact same as the first. There we go. But our most important matchup is Pretty Boy Snow versus the Darkstalkers, with the winner taking home a $200 prize, and second place getting $40. Still nice to have. Followed by 3rd place, which the winner of this will get a nice $20 prize. And the winner of Groupies versus World Breakers get a signed, I believe, I'm not sure if it's an entrance card or what, but we'll be getting a signed card courtesy of Chris P, aka the Shaggy Sharks. Yeah, so let's take a look at our, oh wait, that's standings, I don't need that. Well, maybe. Scoreboard, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, so let's take a look at our projected totals. Right now, it looks like the Darkstalkers have a 10-point advantage over Pretty Boy Snow. MoneyMakers DollaBoyz, 123.4 projected compared to Thielen Chubby's 105.7. We got a close matchup between Greensburg Honor and Shaggy Sharks, projected 106.2 to 102.6. Whoop. And for the consolation, Grumpy Groupies looking to take this one, 111.4 to 89.4. Big Guys Gunners, 109.7 compared to Metropolis Kryptonite's 103.9. Parts of Noseki look to take this one, 96 to 89.2 versus Team Brooks. And our Columbus Rebels versus Roach, we got 82.4 to 82.6 in our projected closest matchup. Our widest margin of projected victory is, I believe, 20 points there. Yes. Grumpy Groupies versus the World Breakers. Groupies looking to shellac them. With our highest scoring projected total of an individual player, it's, let's see, Lamar Jackson, 28.6, followed by Christian McCaffrey, followed by, Breeze and Watson are tied. Oh, Russell Wilson, 23.8. How about that? So, there you go. And let's take a look at the game lines. Darkstalkers, minus 9.6. MoneyMakers DollaBoyz, minus 17.7. Greensburg, minus 3.6. Grumpy Groupies, minus 22. Big Guys Gunners, minus 5.8. Parts of Noseki, minus 6.8. And Erie Cucaracha Roach, minus 0.2 margin. So, yeah. That is it for that recap and projection. Anything special going on here? Not really. Yep, and there you go. You know what? Let's take a look at one more thing. I think these standings do not showcase the playoffs. So there you go with that. Final standings projections, are they the exact same thing? Yep, exact same thing, pretty much. Yep, Moneymaker finished and projected to finish in overall second place. Really? That makes no sense. Snow projected to be 6th place. This is why we don't follow this, because this makes absolutely no sense. So yeah, there you go. And unfortunately, only one person voted on the poll, me, because I might as well vote for myself. But whatever. Well, there you have it. For those who tuned in, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again next time, which will be the recap of the finals and a recap of the entire season. Got our highs, got our lows, got our surprises, got our sure things, and we will have our champion. Whether it will be conveniently me or Snow, we will see. Those who tuned in, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again next time, and may the rolls ever be in your favor. Peace.